about to say, you go by J. And Macias?
Macias. Yeah.
Macias. Now, are you Latin?
Yeah, I am.
Yes? Where are you from?
Mexico, but I wasn't born there, but...
You were born in Chicago, right?
That's right.
But you moved here to Atlanta.
Uh-huh.
How do you like it?
It's pretty good.
Yeah?
You know, I can't complain. The weather's pretty good in the summertime especially.
And are you commuting right now from Cali to Atlanta?
Yeah, I go back and forth from LA to here.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
Is it a long flight to you, or are you just used to it at this point?
I'm kind of used to it, but my legs fall asleep on the plane usually.
Oh, there's nothing worse than that.
Yeah.
No, sitting on a 4-hour flight with sleepy legs, not fun. So do you commute for music? Are you specifically doing music out in... Where are you at in California?
Santa Monica. I usually try to do some acting out there and stuff, but that's usually why I go back. I go back in September to try to do some stuff out there. And,
oh, nice.
Trying to shoot a video for my new songs.
Awesome. Now, what song are you working on right now?
I just finished up I Know You Wanna. We promoted it through Q100.
Yes, and that's with East Side Boys?
Uh-huh.
Yes, that was great.
And then I'm doing a new song called I Still, which is more of like a romantic song. I finished it up, but now I got to remix it to where it fits in more type styles where it's not so slow.
Okay, perfect. So you're trying to keep it upbeat, get it back on cue. That would be nice. Okay, so Atlanta, you said Santa Monica?
Yeah.
I just went out there in July, and I loved it.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, it's like California to me is, there's never a bad day. But people, like, you hear those people that are like, oh, well, today's not as nice as it was yesterday. It's weird. And you're like, it's like 80 degrees outside and perfectly sunny. What are you talking about? Do you have those days? Or do you think it's always perfect?
It's over there. It usually is pretty good, but it does rain on occasion. But I just went through a tornado getting in here today. I don't know what was going on outside.
Yeah,
Did you know?
It's not looking nice outside right now.
Yeah,
it's not looking good. It's been doing this on and off. Anytime I come up to the station, it's raining. Anytime. So if we're ever in a drought, just send me here and it'll rain.
Very good,
so it's perfect. Okay, so you started modeling at 16, right?
Yeah.
And how did you get into that?
Well, my parents have restaurants, and I used to bus tables or whatever, and a lady came in the restaurant, and it was her daughter's birthday, and she thought, let me take some pictures with this guy, and I was a nice guy, so I was like, okay, and next thing I know, she starts talking about modeling and stuff, and I had no clue of what that was basically back then, because all I knew was lifting weights and running and sports, and she kept talking to my parents, gave me your information, and showed my pictures to some people, and then contacted me and said that there were several people that wanted to represent me. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah, it was kind of shocking.
So that was never like the plan or anything? It just was spur of the moment?
No, I had never even picked up a magazine really till after that. I was like, okay, what is this all about?
And you got to do some really cool things with that, just even. You were named top 25 sexiest men in America from The View.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was pretty interesting because, I had never been to New York, and that was the only time I've ever been. And they paid for everything, the hotels, the plane rides.
Oh my
and,
goodness.
It had to do something with soap operas or something back then. So they got us limos and it was kind of like mini celebrityism, I guess, because you get out of the limo and it's like there's women and mostly women because it's soap opera stuff and saying most women are lined up there and they're like screaming. They don't know who I am. They don't know who the other guys are yet, but it's pretty neat.
They want to know. They see your face, and they start figuring you out.
Yeah.
So then you transition to music after that, right?
Yeah, I try to do a little acting, and then I continually try to do music along the way.
And is music your first passion? Have you always been interested in music?
Honestly, no. Because like I said, I was sports and running and stuff. And then went into modeling. And then I did a music video for Little John and the East Side Boys. And then that's where I met Rob McDowell, which helped fund my development. He put me in vocal classes and all this stuff. By chance, I was just there, and I was at a place called The Bounce in Bankhead. It's called Howell Mill now. Very, very, very interesting area. you know. And then and I was playing with the dog, and his wife came up and talked to me, and she's like, "What do you want to do?" And I was like, "I don't know. I'm modeling now." And then I was like, "I like music," and she's like, "You need to meet my husband." And I was like, "Okay." So I meet him, and it's Rob McDowell, which is I didn't know, but Little John's road manager or whatever. So I was like, "Okay, cool." So then he says, "Come to the label, which is at Martin Luther King Drive, somewhere over there." And I said, "Okay." So I show up on Monday. He said I have a song prepared, and I sang, and there you go.
Wow.
Yeah, that was I was 17 or 18 back then.
So that's one of those stories that you don't really hear about, like, happening, but, like, it actually happens like that.
Really weird, yeah.
That's you.
Uh-huh.
So East Side Boys, I would imagine, and Lil Jon included in this, I'd imagine they'd like to party. I think they have a little bit of a reputation, when you say. Yeah. Have you partied with them? I
have, and it was kind of shocking because my parents live in Cumming, and back then I was, in high school. So going from Cumming to Atlanta to meet these guys.
Culture shock.
Very much so. And it was all these guys with iced out, bling bling everywhere, and I'm like, I'm at the Yin Yang Twins there while I was visiting, and it was like they had a tour bus, and I don't know if I can say this, but you really couldn't see in the bus because it was so smoky. Yeah, and which is cool. I mean, that's their thing. So, and they party hard.
I bet.
Even in L.A.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can only imagine the stories that you have that are not radio rated that you could tell. So right now you're working on two new singles, but the one that you're about to drop is a little bit slower, a little bit different.
Yeah. This one, it's in English, Spanish, and I did the same song in both languages, and I got to do a faster version of it, though. It's pretty...
Oh, that's awesome. Well, I speak Spanish. We could have
cool.
done this whole interview in Spanish.
My Spanish is pretty good, but not that good. I don't know. You might be a lot better than me.
No, I doubt it. Have you ever thought about doing a full Spanish album?
I've done about 10 songs in Spanish, but not yet. I want to try to test the market, test this song out first, and see how they respond, see how people like it.
Good. I hope they like it. You remind me so much of, like, Enrique Iglesias, Prince Royce. Like, I get that vibe,
I'm surprised you know those people.
Prince
Royce, yeah.
Yeah, Prince Royce is great. I'm telling you, I love Spanish music.
Nice.
And I really think that artists need to start, like, combining them. Like, you making these two songs, both in English and Spanish, like, that's not done enough. Like, that has to be done. Yeah. I think that's, like, the next thing. So I think you're onto something.
Well, hopefully.
Yes. Well, it was wonderful talking to you.
Nice talking to you.
I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.